At times, our lives can feel overwhelming, especially when we hear about tragedies like the shooting this morning in Nashville. But our next guest says instead of sinking into those feelings of despair, he wants us to find an anecdote. For our friends at New River Valley Community Service, that anecdote is hope. And joining us now for our new monthly segment, Hope at Home, is Mike Wade. He's a community wellness and outreach coordinator over at RVCS. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, so there is this feeling a lot of times that, you know, when we're feeling a little grief or maybe a little down, how do we even start to get out of this? And you guys have several ways that maybe we can take bite-sized pieces to start feeling better. And we want to focus on one of those in particular today. What do we want to talk about?
We want to talk about fun and recreation.
Yeah.
What a great idea, right?
Yeah, it sounds so simple, but what is involved with something like this when we're talking about bringing hope into our lives?
So it's one component of being well, and we should all have fun. I mean, we have a limited amount of time. Spoiler alert, we're not getting out of this alive. So we have limited days, we might as well have fun.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean, I'm not saying in any way that we should shirk our responsibilities, quit our jobs, stop paying our bills, be irresponsible, but we have to be intentional about our time and make time to have room in our schedules to do things that we truly enjoy, that bring us satisfaction.
Absolutely.
And that could be just about anything.
Yeah, and it brings, so like you said, satisfaction, that's so key, because when you do something that brings you that happiness, it kind of trickles out into other aspects of your life. Do you find that when we add a little bit more fun and recreation to a person's life?
Well, think about it. If you find an activity that you enjoy, it can maybe take away some of the pressures that you feel in your everyday life, help strengthen your body if it's something physically involved, your mind if it's something that you use your mind for. It can alleviate stress, help us develop some healthy and productive coping skills. So there are a lot of benefits to having fun, and I really think that that should be a priority for everyone.
Absolutely. So how can we go about doing this? How can we start maybe prioritizing this a little bit more in our daily lives or even in our weekly kind of agendas?
Yeah, I think the key is to be intentional with your time. So there are certain things that we've got to check the boxes for, work or school. We've got to get a good amount of sleep each day. But in between all that, there are usually some hours where we have some downtime or some free time. And so it's important to utilize that time that you do have where you're not busy to find things that you enjoy. And that could be as simple as reading a book, you know, carving 15 minutes out of your morning to read a book while you sip on your coffee, or to make plans on the weekend to go for a hike. Be intentional about it. Don't let those days get by you, and at the end of the day, you're just like, what did I do? I wasted my day.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel that way.
No, you want to be able to reflect back and be like, these were the highs, maybe the lows, but you want to have some highs in your day as well. And I like the examples you gave too, because those things like reading a book, taking a hike, they don't require a lot of money or anything like that to be able to enjoy them. So what are other ideas that we could do to make it affordable fun?
Yeah, well, we are very fortunate here in central Southwest Virginia that we have some of the most fantastic natural resources around. Rivers, lakes, streams, gorgeous mountains, hiking trails. I mean, you can put a kayak in the river literally for nothing. You can go to your local library and check out a book or a DVD or whatever at no cost. So there are plenty of options out there. And I think the thing that I probably like to hear people say the least is that they're bored. I just find that unacceptable.
Yeah.
There's plenty of things that if you are willing to push yourself outside of your normal comfort zone and try some new things, there's plenty to do.
Yeah, step outside of the norm, and I think that's such a good point. If people want to reach out to you guys and your services over there down in the New River Valley, tell us more about where we can find you and kind of this campaign of hope, because this is something that you guys are really trying to talk with community and also your patients with as well. Yeah,
well, it's really about trying to find those low barrier ways to improve our wellness and to get more hope in our lives, and those go hand in hand, we feel like. And so our campaign is at nrvcs.org/hope. And you can find more information about our services that we provide through our website.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit more inspiration about finding some fun and recreation just right there, easily accessible too.
Absolutely.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for coming on. Of course, we have all of that information over on our website, wdbj7.com as well. I can't wait to see you again next month.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. All right, well, stay with us on here